Okay, Tibbs, so how's she going today? So, it's a busy fucking day today. There's cars going up and down the back road here. They got 18-wheelers parked there. And then there's two at their fucking stupid company, and then there's even one sitting down on the farm road there, which I don't like, but whatever. So, this is about the tractor again. This is just for, I guess, whoever wants to watch the stupid video. That, well, for one, it kind of pays off to read the manual a little bit and stuff. So, now if I can find it again, I should have bookmarked it, but I didn't. Oh, look at that. That was easy to find. So, yeah, apparently they are kind of right that the first lever is just for the 3-point hitch and the mid-mount more deck arms or your mid-attachment. Because the bigger X7 model tractors, like the diesel models, they can actually have a like a blade underneath, which is actually kind of cool. But I don't know why mine can't have that. But whatever, it doesn't matter anyway. So they were saying that here in the manual that it says that the 3-point hitch and the lift arms for the mid mount all use the first valve. And if you just want to avoid one of them from going up and down, you would just lock it up. And like the mid-mount, you would turn it all the way to 5 or 6 or whatever your highest setting is. That would automatically lock it. 3-point hitch, you want to lock your 3-point hitch, put it all the way up, and then you put that little screw in. And that locks her up out of the way. And yeah, so yeah. So then that means pretty sure of it now. That it means that you can use the second remote for another job. Well, in my case, it would be for the snowblower's chute control. So actually, it's just actually looking pretty good then for me, because I mean, I was believing everybody that was telling me that, yeah, you can do it. Okay, well, obviously you are right. You're 100% right, because obviously from what the book is telling me for the 3-point and the mid-mount crap, So that means I have another cylinder that I'm not doing anything with it, so might as well make it useful, right? But that doesn't say anything about the second remote, but that's alright. You don't have to worry about that, because I know what I'm going to use it for. And yeah, I am looking at my manual book here. See? Fucking right. Covers X700, X720, X724, which is the one that I have, X728, and X729. Yeah, smoke it. So, yeah, and in here, I'm not going to show you, but I did write down my, for security purposes, well, not security purposes, but for, like, theft, in case somebody wants to try to steal my tractor, I have my, it's on the frame, the serial number to the frame, or, to the whole tractor. I wrote that down, but I did not get the engine serial number yet. I got to do that one of these days. And then I got to do it to the mid-mount moor deck and to whatever attachments that I buy later on. So, because if anybody steals my shit, I'll be able to find it again. So, but yeah, but they are 100% right. Whoops, that, itchy. So I gotta go back one page yet. That, I really should just start reading this damn book more often. I just kind of glance at it every once in a while, but I haven't looked at it for like a year now. I want to look at it if I have to do something to it, like oil changes or I break something, then I can look in the book. But see, here it's talking about like your mid hookups and your like quick hitch crap, and stuff. And well, I think that's for the whatever. It says everything here. You guys can probably read it a little bit, but the first set of remotes, get you a better picture of it. Like this is the first set of cylinders, or the first remote, And then here's your second remote. Well, the first one, now I know you don't plug in your 3-point hitch to that, but it's the point that you're still opening that cylinder to, well, I don't know if you're opening that cylinder, probably not, but it's still for your 3-point hitch and your mower deck, and for like a front end attachment too. But I wouldn't be using that one. No, that'd just be for the 3-point and mid mount. And later on, if I ever wanted to run another attachment that requires 2 hydraulics. But the second one is the one that I would be using a lot, because that's what's going to be turning my chute control. See, there's my remotes. I only got the 2, and then more hydraulic crap. So, yeah. I don't know. Well, if I'm using the mid mount, I would always raise my 3-point hitch all the way up and then lock it, because I don't like it dingling to the ground. It's kind of stupid and then in the way. So here's that lockout valve thing for like loader use, which I'll probably get that maybe later on in life, but not now, because I can't afford a loader. So it'd be nice to have a loader, but no. Well, I can get one from that CTC company, but they're on eBay too, I believe. But later on, boys, not now. Let's just get the 3-point hitch and crap and stuff figured out and stuff first. So, mid-mount attachments. Well, the only thing I got is a mower deck. So, it just kind of says what to do. Just lift it up, lock it, and then there you go. And then you can use your first set of cylinders or your first remotes for another job, while still leaving your mid-mount attachment on. And it goes the same with the 3-point hitch. But I'm afraid that that little bolt that you put in for the 3-point hitch to lock it up, I'm kind of afraid that it wouldn't hold the weight of that snowblower, because the snowblower doesn't weigh. I don't think it weighs a lot, but it's still over like 500-600 pounds, I'm sure. I never really looked, so I don't really know, but because it would actually be pretty nice, because then when I do get the loader later on in life, I'll probably be using the loader for snow removal too, and I would like to be able to leave the snowblower hooked on too, you know. But see, the thing is, I don't know if that bolt would hold it. Maybe if you had 2 of them, like one on each side of the lift arms for the 3-point, maybe it would be alright, but I don't know, it doesn't say anything about that. I don't know where you... See, since it's kind of like an option, your 3-point hitch, it's not really in your manual, really. Well, maybe it is, it doesn't say anywhere, so... Yeah, see, it doesn't say... Well, let's get into the things where it does tell you. We also got this safety crap in the front. Nobody's gonna... Oh, where the hell is it? Come on. Oh, here. Yeah, it doesn't say. So, safety labels, safety, operation controls, operating, replacement parts, service lubrication, service engine, service transmission, service electrical crap, service miscellaneous crap, troubleshooting, storage, assembly, which I'm never ever going to put this thing apart, because it already is. So, and whatever the hell that word is, and warranty and index, whatever the hell index does. We'll find out, because that's at page 76. Oh, that's just more crap. So, yeah. I wish it would say something about 3-point hitches, but unfortunately it don't. That's stupid. So, yeah. But anyways, I think, in other words, everybody's kind of right, because it's just what you can do. So, that's what we'll probably do then. I gotta get me one of these, I'll focus, one of these torquey things for check your torque on your bolts. I wish I could, I don't know where to buy those from. I always kind of wanted one, because I kind of need them for Big Red, too. I've never checked, it says here to check your bolts I guess for your tires, after like 50 hours or something, well, I'm like 200 hours over that. So, well, I'm 50 hours over actually, I don't know, but it said somewhere in this book, but if you guys got the same book, you guys can look, but yeah, I've never checked them since day one. I'm sure they're still tight as heck, but you know, I mean, guess you probably should check them. It says here, you want them to be, it says check wheel bolts often during the first 100 hours of operation. Tighten every other bolt and whatever until they are all at 65 foot-pounds of torque. It's not a whole heck of a lot, but I guess it's a lot for those tires. I guess it's what keeps them on. So, as soon as I can get me one of these torquey thingies, I'm going to check those torques on the tires. Well, hopefully they don't fall off by then, but we won't be using it too much more anyway, so she'll be sitting for a while. So, yeah. So I guess that's kind of a good thing then. Because I didn't think you really could, but from what the manual tells me that you can, because you're only using one remote for the 3-point and the PTO or the mid mount, and there's no switching between the two. You know, it's just one valve or one remote does two jobs. Well, you could do two at once, but it'd be kind of hard. Like, you wouldn't have really no control over it then. So, but I wouldn't be doing that. So, yeah, it says after the first 50 hours, check rear wheel bolt torque, and then it says every 200 hours, whichever comes first, check fan belt tension. I always check that all the time anyway, and it's still freaking plenty tight. She barely moves, which is, I guess that's what you want, so, yeah. So in other words, I think everyone's right then, I guess, from what the book's telling me. Oh, actually, I want to be I think it was a mailman. I wonder if the mailman it is this time. No, I don't hear anybody. Huh. But the neighbor here behind me finally came home after being gone for like 3-4 fucking weeks. I don't know where the hell he went, so he's finally back. Well, he's gone now. He went back to work now. So excuse me. Yeah. Because that would be actually kind of cool then, because see, I always thought that you would have to switch between the rear and the front, or the mid. Now, I know you have to do that for the PTO. You have to switch between the two, which is fine. I don't care about that. I mean, that's no problem for me. Because I think they give you like a big yellow knob or something, and you can flip between the two. I think it's on the back of the tractor. Like actually where the 3-point hitch would be. Somewhere around there. I don't know, but see, Devil or Strike, I don't think you would have that because you don't have a rear PTO. If you had a rear PTO, then you would have that. So you're doing everything with your mid PTO, which is, you know, everything's hydraulic then. Well, besides your snowblower, but your tiller, that's hydraulic. So I never did understand those hydraulic tillers. I mean, like, I always wondered, how the hell did you power them? But from one of your videos, you actually hook the thing up to your mid PTO. I find that kind of stupid, but I actually thought, this was when I first bought the tractor, this is when I thought, I thought that you would have one for the 3-point hitch, and then this remote, the letter C, has a float mode in it. Well, I thought at first that was to send hydraulic pressure through the hoses to the tiller. That's how I thought you ran the tiller, but I guess not. Yeah, it's hydraulically driven, but it's hydraulically driven off the PTO. So I thought it was just push the remote up and then it'll pressure it, and there we go. But then I guess I wouldn't have enough pressure. So, let's see, I didn't know. But now I know. So, but I'm never going to have a hydraulic tiller because they're just stupid. I like PTO driven stuff better. So, yeah, I noticed that Land Pride, they sold snow blowers, I think 3-point hitch tillers, box blades, quick hitches, all kinds of shit. They even sell rotary cutters, but they're too big. So the one I would have to get the one from Northern Tool because I think they're rated just right. So, because I would like to get a Land Pride brush hog, but they're too big. They're like 35 horsepower and up, so, or 25 anyway. So kind of sucks. I don't know. I haven't really been looking at them. I've just been mostly looking at the snow blowers. So, yeah. So, if that's the way it works, then shut up, you stupid squirrel. Where the fuck's my sniper rifle? Fuck. That's good eating right there. Never, no. Well, actually, some people it's actually good eating, but I've never eaten one. I doubt that I ever fucking would anyway, but some people say that snake meat tastes just like chicken meat. Is that true? I don't know how that can be, but I guess if it is, somebody can let me know, because I've never had, snake meat before. Like snake, Some people say it tastes like chicken. So, unless that's true, unless that's not true, I don't know, but. So, yeah, then it says here, to release the hydraulic pressure when you're disconnecting or hooking up hoses to the coupler thingies, I knew that because my one friend, he was driving the 986 and he was hooking up the cultivator and he didn't relieve the pressure and he couldn't get the hose on it because it was under so much pressure. And I was like, well, did you release the pressure? He was like, I never have to do that. It always goes right in for me. And then I'm like, yeah, well, you're going to probably lose a finger or two, or your whole entire hand, or your arm, or something. That shit's under extreme high pressure. Especially as the tractors get bigger, the pressure really starts to build up good. So I told him to start releasing the pressure, and now, of course, he's been doing it, and now it's been working pretty good for him. So, all you gotta do is move the damn remotes, and the pressure gets released. So, that's what I do, even though I'm just using the mower deck. I just release all the pressure. There's no point for that stuff to be under pressure because it just kind of, I think it would just wear everything out over time. So that's just what I do. I think I've been doing that since like day one, since the first day I've had it. But I mean, I don't mind releasing the pressure. I mean, it's only another couple seconds that you have to, move the remotes. I mean, it's only 40 seconds that you're going to be wasting, so what's the big deal? So, yeah. And here's that thing about I already made a video on it, but that releasey valve for the hydro pump, so you can move it manually without starting it. I think you guys have already seen that, so yeah. So, yeah, we know how to transport it on a trailer, tie it down, yeah. Take the key out, yeah. So, if that's the way she rolls, then that's the way we're going to roll. So, I mean, because that should be good enough. One remote for the 3-point hitch and the mid-mount. But, I mean, once you disconnect the mid-mount, I doubt that you'd even be using those things anyway. That part of the hydraulics. You just put it up when you're done, take the deck off, and then put the arms back up, and then they're out of the way. Unless you want to keep the deck on, but I mean, when I'm snow blowing, I'm going to take it off because it's just stupid. So that's what we'll do. I guess one of these days. I didn't know for sure if I could do that, but from what the book's telling me, you can. So page 26 of the operation section of the book. So, well, it is for my book. Page 26. Focus. Yeah. So, Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what happens to you when you get, when you touch the PTO shaft. You get all curly on it. Makes you look like a damn curly fry. Like that would actually really happen. You would probably just lose your fucking body parts. You wouldn't get wrapped in it. It'd have to be a pretty goddamn big drive shaft. And these tractors don't have big drive shafts, so I mean they're thick and they're heavy and they're not gonna go anywhere. So whatever. But yeah, but anyways, figured I'd just make that quick video. That, I mean, it looks, from what everybody's telling me, you can do it, so, you know, because you're only using one remote for the 3-point hitch, and then you can use your mid mount for that too. You just have to disconnect either one, or lock up one of them, you know. I think if I was just using a box blade in the summertime, I probably would just lock up the deck, and then just leave it, but unless I'm going to do a lot of box scraping on hills and potholes and stuff, so I know if I want to ditch the deck, but just for the end of the driveway, it wouldn't really be worth it, so yeah. But it'll be a while yet before we even get any of this crap done. It's just see what the bank will allow. I think it's gonna be kind of hard too because we got taxes this month too, so it's just the point to see if I can do it. So I gotta pay my taxes regardless because this is the last month that I can. Then they put if you don't pay for it, then they put your name in the paper and then try to embarrass the shit out of you. So, well, that's not gonna happen to me. So, but you know, we'll see what happens. If they say yeah, and if I can make a easy down payment, like maybe of $100 or $150, then we'll do it. Because then I'm going to pay a lot back every month. Like I'm going to try to do at least $200 a month because I just want to get them out of the way. So, and it makes me look good too with the bank because then they can trust me. So, yeah. And if it works out good and they let me do it and I pay them off good and they trust me, and maybe I'll take out another bank loan. Maybe that can pay for the snowblower then. I don't know. But I don't know. It depends. And payday is going to be a while yet, but it's coming. But oh god, you're just living day by day, you know, waiting for that day to come, and it gets a little like you start going mad because you just want to get there and get it done. So yeah, and somebody was telling me that my garden tractor could do all these wings. Well, it's only 2 wings, but yeah, it could. But the thing is, I wouldn't be able to put it that deep in the ground. Now I go pretty deep with this, and when I pull it with Big Red, I can go even deeper because that's 4-wheel drive and that's 70 horsepower. So, but when I was pulling just the middle section, wasn't really going that deep. So, but I might slap on or I might just put them all on. I don't know. And pull it, and because we still got to cultivate. I mean, I haven't been doing it lately. I'm not going to till anymore. I really doubt that I'll till anymore. I'll probably, with that stupid tiller of mine, I'll probably just till my flower bed and then drain out the little bowl where all the fuel sits in, because I always drain out for the winter. I could just turn off the fuel valve and then it runs dry. So, but you're still keeping the gas in the gas tank. It just sits there until the next year. They say not to do that. They say that the gas can turn old after a while. I don't think that's true because I've had gas in all my stuff all winter long and it never gets old. I could see it sitting there for maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years, then it would start to get shitty. But just for the first year, it ain't gonna hurt it. Because I always try to leave at least a gallon or so in the tractor. Because I don't want to keep the whole 5 gallons in it. It'd be kind of a waste. If it did turn bad, then that's 5 gallons of gas down the drain. So I just keep a gallon in there just so in case I have to start it up. Like if I take it in December or whenever I get my money from my great grandma, it'll be cold. There might even be some snow on the ground, so you know, you're gonna at least have to keep at least a gallon in there so it can sit there and warm up for a while, and he's gotta come and get it. They're gonna need some gas to move it into their shop, and they'll probably want to test it. But if they run out of fuel, they can just put in another gallon. So, but if everything goes my way and that tractor gets to go out to get the 3-point hitch and stuff put on, it'll be the first time. It'll be its first time being in the snow. It's never been in the snow before. Should be pretty interesting to see how that thing handles. She's only 2-wheel drive, so what I want to know if they have, like, see now I just got the turf tires. Well, I was wondering if I could swap those out for the wintertime and put egg tires on. Somebody needs to let me know if I can do that. If not, that's fine. I can make the turf tires work, but if there's a way that John Deere makes like egg tires, like really heavy duty grippy tires, maybe something kind of like what Double A Strike has. I think his are a little bit more grippier than mine, but see, mine are kind of like a fine turf kind of like thing. It's just mostly made for the grass. So, but if I could find, like, a lot of those, I get them from John Deere, because then I can tell them what I want to do with it. If they make egg tires, like I would only need them on the back. I wouldn't need them on the front because the front tires wouldn't do anything besides steer. So, yeah, that tying sure is fucking crooked. Holy shit! Damn. I think this thing's getting bent more all the fucking time. She's not supposed to be like that. I think what I'll do is I'll just loosen it, and then I'll twist it a little bit, get it straight again. Or I could just put like 150, I could run it over with the tractor and it'll probably straighten itself out after a while, but should be fine for this year, fuck it. So, yeah. That's just the only thing I want to know is if I could get maybe like egg tires for it, because I know it would be a little better in the snow. And then you could just put tire chains over that. But I mean, if you can't, you can't. I can make the turf tires work. I'm sure if I put on the tire chains, it would sure increase the traction pretty good. But the main thing is just to get the 3-point hinge and the PTO on. Get that out of the way. And then we're good then for this year. Even though I won't get to use it for anything, but that's fine. Well, unless I could find a used box blade that somebody's selling, then I could stick that on. But, yeah. Stupid truckers. So, yeah, I guess the only thing I need to know is if they make maybe like egg tires for my... See, my tractor's 4-wheel steers, so I don't know how... If those egg tires would handle that. I suppose if you get like the thin, like the narrow kind of tires, but then they wouldn't be very good because then they wouldn't get much traction on. They got to be the wide stuff, like my turf tires are now. They're wide. Well, actually, Double A Strike's tires are a lot wider than mine, I think. Mine are just the turfy stuff, so his are a little wider than mine. If I could put tires on, like what's on my 4-wheeler, something like that, see, they're a little more grippier. You know, they're almost like egg tires, but they're kind of designed for to be soft on the grass too. But they still dig in, but not quite as bad. But something like that, at least anyway, something a little more grippier. Because then I get to swap out my back tires too for the wintertime. And just use the turf tires in the summertime. The front ones, I would just use them year round because what's the difference? Because they don't do anything besides steer. Unless it would help for steering too if I put them on the front, I don't know, but I guess somebody else can let me know if I can do that. Like egg-like tires, you know, like what the big farm tractors have. Something like that on the back of mine. But I don't know. Kind of like either a Goodyear or like a brand of a tire like Goodyear or maybe Co-op. They seem like a kind of like a good brand. And Firestone's definitely a damn good brand. Goodyear or Firestone, I would be happy with those. But if that's all they have is co-op, I can deal with that. Because I don't know what brand these tires are, but they're American made, so they got to be somewhere. But I guess I could just Google it. It would tell me, but I don't care about those tires. They do fine for the summertime. For, you know, mowing the lawn and stuff. But for snow blowing, it could be a little bit of a bitch. Because I got a lot of up and down hills, and I kind of got a feeling too I'm going to get this tractor stuck a lot. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I always think that I'm going to get stuck on the driveway. But then since I look at it, the driveway's not really that steep. And then I'm worried about I might get stuck back here somewhere. And you look at it, and it's not that bad. But in the winter time, it's like that. This area of the yard where the shop kind of is, like it sinks down or something. It's fucking weird. Because then it's more steepier there. It's like a steep area of the yard. It's not so bad now, but no, when you get more towards the front of the, like, behind the garage, but here, next to the shop, it's kind of, you know, more steep, but I really wouldn't be blowing that area. I'd probably just be plowing it with Big Red, so I don't get stuck in those areas. Like, I'm still going to use Big Red, too, because there's going to be some areas where the tractor won't do me any good because it's not four-wheel drive. I'll probably just get stuck immediately, so. Oh, crap. It would be easier to avoid those certain areas. Mama, slow down. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. So hopefully we can do that. If the John Deere guy asks, I'll just tell him anyway. Well, I'll just ask him anyway. Tell him what I want to do with it, maybe. Maybe they'd be able to kind of set it up better. I don't know, but. So it looks like he's getting ready to get loaded. So, another nice, wonderful day again. But the trees, boys, the trees are getting naked. This tree here is, right here. She's getting naked, boys. She's getting naked. That sucks. Because then the grass is going to start puking and dying and turning brown, and then it's going to get cold, and I'm going to get depressed, and then I'll probably be dead by winter, or by spring again. I didn't think I was going to make it last year. It was just getting to be so disappointing. Because we had gotten so much fucking snow, and of course the Big Red was broken, so it brought me down pretty good. I was depressed for a while, but since it's summertime now, I don't care anymore. But once you get the first snowfall, the real heavy stuff, it's when it starts pissing me off, because it's just hard to keep up with it. And what was it, like 2 years ago? We had gotten a snowstorm like every other fucking day for, I don't know, for like a week. It was pretty bad. I was out every day plowing, moving snow somewhere. And my grandma wanted to go somewhere because it had stopped snowing just long enough for her to go over to the North Dakota side and pay some quick bills. So I had to plow the road to the farm. Because the fucking road grader wouldn't do it. And that cocksucker better not fucking fill my damn plow halfway into my yard again either. Because if he does, I'm just going to bitch again about it. I don't know if Animal Raptor 6 and Savage No More, I don't know if you guys remember me talking about that. But that was, you know, earlier this winter. Well, I was getting to be spring, but remember how the cocksucker was always coming in so far? Like, he came in right to that damn tree there. And look how far that is. Yeah, I'll zoom in enough here. So there's the tree. There's the end of the road. That's 25 feet. 25, 30 feet. Because he was whacking into it, because he broke some branches off the top of that part of the tree. But that tree should be taken down anyway, because it's leaning towards the road. But I can't do nothing about it this year, so it's just going to stay. I'm hoping to next summer get the chainsaw running. I think I'm going to be doing a Grammy cold start to it pretty soon, though. Run it dry. If there's enough fuel in there, maybe I'll cut up something and get it out of here, but you know, I've got a couple of pine trees that need a haircut, so. Well, you're empty. You're not even fully loaded. I suppose you're unloading, and then them fuckers are gonna come load them up, and just don't know how these fucking cocksuckers work. I don't care how they work. It just comes another 18-wheeler in. Same one. The different driver, of course, but... So, damn camera, focus on here, not out there. So, yeah, anyways, guys, I'm probably going to take off then. But you guys got to remember that the snowblower won't be happening for a while yet. Well, unless the 3-point hitch and stuff or the bank loan works out. And then, is that another one coming? That's the third one? No, there's like 3 or 4 more still sitting there waiting. So, trees are kicking up a lot of dust, so dry out. There's another sound truck, looks just like the other two, different driver. Is that the one that was sitting down at the, yeah, it must have been, walking down to the farm road there, but. So anyways, guys, just like, I guess what those two guys were saying, you can do it, so that's probably what we'll do then, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is when I get the 3-point hitch done in the PTO, I'll get the Northtrack quick hitch, or I might even get a Land Pride, I don't know. Haven't really looked at them. I want to go look at them later, but. And then get that out of the way, so at least the quick hitch thing's on. And then I'm going to maybe start doing the hosing part, the hoses, running them from the cylinders, or from the front remotes to the back. I gotta figure out what size hoses they are and what size couplers, but I'll worry about that I guess later on. And then it's just I guess one thing at a time. For now, anyways. Right now it's just to get Big Red fixed, but I'm waiting for payday to come so I could see what the bank will say. So yeah. So yeah, anyway, guys, I guess I'm gonna take off. I don't want to bore you guys too much. So yeah. So it's awesome. I gotta put my cultivator thingy back together here and get it out of here. I'm not gonna bother replacing any more parts on it. I think it'll be fine for now. Next year for sure we'll probably, because we'll have all of next year too, because I'm only gonna probably use this thing once or twice, just to kind of clean up the tines a little bit, and then we'll probably be using the tiller, or we might be at least using this middle section. I don't know, but. And then once we're done with that, after planting season, then we'll probably maybe bring this thing back again and replace a couple more bolts. I guess I missed those 2 that were down in there, so those gotta get replaced. I could do that now if I wanted to. I might do it. I don't know. Kind of lost whatever doing this. It's too much work. Oh, we'll get it done eventually, boys. Should get done eventually. So, still got to make a hitch thing for this too, because the other one broke off, so I think we'll just bolt it all together, or use pins or something, but. So yeah, but anyway, guys, I guess I'm going to take off, so I guess have a good day and stuff, so yeah. Just have a good day, guys. Take it easy.